Welcome back, ancient fans of LEGO. I know it's been a while since we've been in the streaming studio, and we're not actually live streaming today. I'm just going to be looking at the studio for Bricklink, and this is the easiest way to do it. Consider subscribing and all that stuff. It does help, and it makes me feel good when the number goes up. So let's look at Studio. I've been doing some building in this digital program. This is stud.io from Bricklink, or Bricklink Studio, however you want to call it. And I've been tinkering around with a little house for my medieval village, and I like this one so far. It's going to cost about $40 to make. It's kind of barren right now, and I haven't put it on a base that's compatible with my other buildings, so we'll potentially look at doing that. But I've been doing a little bit of digital building. I made the Bionicle symbol, I did a little Kirby face, I did a vampire. I actually really like this one. Potentially the white face, though, is nice too. I kind of want to put that on something. I don't know what I want to use it for, but it's fun. It's like a cape and the thing. And then I made a Shrek. If you were following me on Instagram, I was taking requests over there, and I sat one night and did some of these little digital mock-ups. But like I said, I've been focusing on this one for a couple days now, so I think it's just about ready to actually import it to Bricklink. But we'll be doing that next week. This week we're just going to kind of talk about the 3 or 4 techniques that we're actually using here, and the plans for the rest of the building. I might do a little bit more before I actually order the pieces, but I'm pretty happy with this. I think it looks overall nice, and I'm ready to add it to my town. No delaying on this one. And if it doesn't fit later, we can change it up or such. So first of all, this would be ground level, and you know that my ground level is usually raised, so there'll be a little bit more room for a basement here. We have a brick kind of stone facade in the front of the stairs, and we actually get a little bit of different depth in there by using the headlight bricks and snot bricks to add just a little bit of depth to that. I think it adds kind of that cobblestone look of it. Over here, these are backwards, again, headlight bricks, brick modified, angular brick, I think is the official term, and that's in the bright orange color. But I think it adds a nice, it adds kind of like a kind of an old style paned window. If I could think of another way to make these square shapes kind of, and give that same kind of, I mean, yeah, they're just little pieces of glass in there, implied pieces of glass in there, and I think it's a look. Over to the side, this one is actually a snot window. We've got a snot brick here, and the entire thing is plate, clear brick, and then tile. And then these are connected here, and this one's connected here to this brick. And those just sit next to it. And I'm not entirely in love with those for shutters, but I think it adds an okay effect. I was going to add one on the other side. I could add just a regular window. I could add we've got the room for a 4x window, just the standard molded one. Comment if you think that would look better. I'd be interested to know what you guys think. The roof, we did have to make a concession to make sure that this here was not sticking out too far, because if you actually go to the Technic section and grab the 1x2, and then you tilt it, you're going to end up getting just a little bit of play where it's sticking out beyond. That now, if you used this 1x2 and you put it on the back one and you hinge it, you could get the same effect as the 1x1. I'm just assuming that the 1x1 is a cheaper piece. I guess I don't really know that. Actually, let's just back that back out. There it is. Now, I did make a couple of concessions for this that are going to be a little bit more pricey. These are dark orange tiles, and they kind of look like roof tiles on the roof slope there, and I think that adds a little bit of texture up there, otherwise kind of boring. But those are a little pricey, running roughly 30-ish cents each, so I'm gonna see if I have those. I don't know what those come in, but I'll see if I have those. Maybe I'll change the color. I also went with this 6x14 plate, and these run the gambit, honestly, from used to new. Some are as much as $5 depending on the color, and some are dirt cheap. less than 50 cents for a big old piece like that. That feels really, really good value. So I'll be working through that. I went with brown. This is old brown, and if we check the color validator, everything is available on Bricklink. You have it linked up to your Bricklink account. You can actually upload and just add it to a buy now list. So if you're interested, I'll show you guys that. I think that'll be next week's video, honestly, is me showing that. I'll buy the pieces here in a couple days, I think. And like I said, I can make the video showing you how to buy the pieces out of Studio, which is a fun thing. I did, speaking of Instagram, like I did earlier, I did run a little poll, and I said, what do you think this building sells? And I got some varied responses. You guys are great. Don't let me... Anyways, bakery is definitely the most popular one, and I could see that. We could add a little oven in here for baking some bread, maybe a little work table. The downstairs can be used for, the basement can be used for storing things. That does limit my living quarters of this building, I think, just a tad, just the teeniest little bit. So I'm interested. Again, this is a big feedback project for you guys. Comment what you think this building should be, and maybe I will incorporate that in here. I'd love if all my buildings could have residents in them, so that there's like room for the figure that runs the place to live, exist. We also went with the yellow and blue flags because they're cheaper than dark blue and gold, and dark blue and gold, of course, is the Crown Army, which is my biggest army. So that's the rulers of the land, right? What else haven't we talked about? We talked about that. Oh, we just got simple planter up front. I am happy with this kind of look. It looks kind of like a wooden box with these profile bricks. And then just some green round and square studs on there. So it's a pretty simple one. We got like a little bracket here to just kind of raise the snot over, and I think it does a fine job. Again, this is a slightly more pricey piece, and technically we're getting a bunch of snot bricks to do all this stuff. So like, if I could figure, it's white walls, and these are that's medium stone gray, right? That would be nice if they were the same, and then I could like order a little bit bigger batch. And of course I've got some of these pieces, so I believe I've got the door already waiting, so like I can cut that out. I know I have Technic pins, like, so that's not a big deal. Some of the bricks, just like a 1x2 white brick, 1x3 white brick, just basic stuff. Some of these gray bricks. I wouldn't need to necessarily buy all of them, but again, I was doing some rough calculations, uploading it to Bricklink last night, and it was looking like $30, so an extra $10 for shipping overall, and hell, let's say $45. And yeah, I know what you're saying. That's a lot for this little thing, but that's not with me like shopping around. That's not any kind of optimization. That's just a quick buy, and the quick buy does a good job for just mashing it out. So. Answer all those questions that I've asked you guys. That'd be really helpful. I'm going to go ahead and shout out the channel members right here. Consider becoming a channel member. It really helps me out. We got Galcio, SPC Cheeseburger, I think you got a promotion, Crystal J, Pelego Ken, Dion B, Tyler S, God of Grunts. And like I said, I'm looking forward to getting some hauls going and getting these orders put in, and we'll see how this one shapes up for the town. I think this is, a bakery is an important thing, right? So I think we can say that bakery should potentially be there, but I don't know. Yeah, so I think this is where we say goodbye. There's an automatic video on screen. There's a subscribe button and a video that I handpicked for you. That would be really cool if you would interact with the channel more, because that makes the robots happy or something. So consider supporting your local LEGO channel.